Hi. Hi, this is Nick Williams and I'm with Kimberley1 and we're here outside Exeter Cathedral, which I don't know if you can see clearly, but that's behind us.
It's behind us.
Yeah. So we're going to have a chat about inspired businesses, light workers. I wanted to ask you some questions about your business because you support light workers specifically.
I do.
So what's a light worker?
Great question. I mean, what is a light worker is the subject of all of my research and all of my focus right now, because I feel that I'm a light worker and I work with other people who feel that they're a light worker. So part of what I'm doing with my time at the moment is helping to define what light worker is and helping other people to understand what light worker is. It's not a club, and it's not something that you join. It's not something that you have to have certain qualities to come up to some sort of standard. It's not an external standard. It's something that emerges from within. If you're a light worker, a lot of people, they really just resonate with the word. They instantly know that it relates to them somehow, but they don't know what light work might look like in their lives. So a lot of the people that I work with, they come to me saying, things just don't feel quite right anymore. I don't feel quite right in my life anymore. It doesn't seem to quite fit. Or the inside doesn't seem to match the outside. I've tried maybe dozens of different jobs, which happened to me. I just went from job to job to job, never finding anything I was really happy in. They start to feel discontent perhaps in their relationships. They start to perhaps have inner sensings of something else that's happening in the universe, something behind the scenes that's making everything tick.
So it's a sense of something greater than themselves that they are part of.
Yes. And it might not even start there. It might not even start with something that expansive and aware. It might simply begin with a feeling of, I've never really fitted in. I didn't fit in at school, maybe I didn't feel even that my family were my real family. You know, these are things I've heard and things that I can relate to. You feel outnumbered as a light worker, and you feel as if you just basically worry that there's something wrong with you. But also you feel this great sense of passion that you're here to do something important.
Right.
But
is that one of the guiding themes of being a light worker, is the sense that you're here for something? Have a purpose,
yes.
even if you don't know what it is, but
Absolutely.
It's like that nagging feeling that you're not just here for a job and to pay the bills, you're not just here for material existence.
That's right. That's never enough for a light worker. A light worker has a feeling of mission and purpose, absolutely, and also very often what I hear is a sense of urgency, that I need to get on with it now, right now. And a lot of light workers that I'm working with now have a sense of frustrated leadership as well.
Really? That's interesting.
That they're here to teach, they're here to bring a new perspective on life. And they're looking for others. They're looking for other light workers.
So without that they can feel very lonely?
Yes, isolation's a biggie, absolutely.
No, I'm just, as you're speaking, I'm thinking of my own experience of feeling like material existence alone wasn't enough, so I hadn't thought about it in those terms, but you know, what you're describing certainly mirrors my own experience, and anybody listening to this, it's almost turning it on 180 degrees, isn't it? Saying what you think's wrong with you is actually what's right with you.
Yes, absolutely.
Turning it from a problem into a gift and a recognition.
Yes.
So how do you help people do that?
Interesting. Well, I start with one of the most important things for light workers is to help them to feel validated in their experiences that they may have previously felt were flaws or weaknesses. One of the most common things that I come across in other light workers is high sensitivity. Of course, what we're realising now is it's to do with energy, it's to do with frequency. There are high frequencies. Some people are walking around on this planet with a high frequency to their body, to their cells, and that can make the world as it is now feel quite harsh.
Dense.
Yes. And a lot of light workers have been accused of being too sensitive when they were younger. So we very often start with issues of sensitivity. We start with issues of...
And what does sensitivity show up as? Like feeling hurt, or how does it show up? I'm just curious, how does that show up?
It can show up as feeling hurt, easily hurt emotionally, but more than that, it's as though you can feel the world through your body, as if it permeates and comes in through your skin. So your nervous system can be very sensitive. You can be very intuitive. You can be empathic and absorb other people's thoughts and feelings, know what people are thinking. and feeling, have a sense of what someone's about to say, have a sense of the higher purpose or the higher potential of any particular dynamic or a group dynamic. So you'll often find light workers at a party just hunting for the one person in the room that will be able to have a conversation with them that's, you know, the life, universe and everything, rather than a small talk about Hollyoaks or something.
Yeah.
And
who's
that's
going to win X Factor?
yeah, and that's quite a defining factor for a light worker, is actually they want to talk about the big issues.
Yeah.
They want to talk about the stuff that people don't like to talk about, because they feel connected to another human being when they can talk about, how do you feel about that? What does that mean to you? Why do you think you're here? Do we share the same
So feelings, meaning, significance, those are issues for life.
Yeah.
Okay, we're going to have some more conversations, but let's perhaps wrap this one up now.
Sure.
Because I think that's really interesting. You know, even in the short time you resonated with me, so I'm sure anybody watching this or listening to this is going to have that resonance too. So thank you
Well, I
very
hope
much.
so. Thanks, Nick.